They're definitely mosquitoes. Ah!
Yeah.
Alright. Maybe they'll get away from me.
She's not happy. How's it hanging, you guys? In this video, gonna be back out here shooting with Christina, doing a punk theme shoot. But yeah, we're gonna be shooting digital this time. My Sony A7iii with 50mm, so I'm gonna be challenging myself. This filter is a Pro Mist to kind of soften up the image a little bit, make the lighting, the highlights blow out a little bit. And that's Beastie Boys in the background. Onto the shoot. So I'm out here shooting with Christina here.
Hey.
We're gonna be mainly shooting with my Sony A7iii back out here at this location. Gonna be going for a nice contrast with the punk clothing that I used to wear back in high school. With the forest out here. So let me see what we get. Follow her right here, Instagram somewhere.
I'll put it later. Do you know who Billie Eilish is?
I know of her. I think she's a bad guy, right?
Yeah, she is a bad guy. She's a real bad guy.
Snakes.
Ooh,
So I'm thinking some nice foreground right here. Get this back. So just right here. With this little area where I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, it's cool.
Yeah, I can wear pants. So.
I got some nice pants on, you know, so they don't bite through it. So we're punk rock, that's what we do.
Let me get it closer. If you're getting in the brush, I'm getting in the brush. While I call this video a 50mm challenge, this is honestly my go-to focal length in most situations. It's usually the cheapest lens across all brands of cameras too, and despite some complaints of the autofocus being slow with this specific lens, it's actually lightning fast coming from someone who switched over to Sony from Nikon. Twigs are my favorite.
They look good.
And also for all the film shooters watching this, I will be addressing why this shoot is strictly digital later on, so stick around for the tea.
I just like to do stupid shit. Fun. Woohoo!
Local news, model and YouTuber fell down mountain.
Falls and gets decapitated by a tree. It's fun.
I'm taking a bunch of shots to make sure I get it.
I gotta get it.
Keep in mind while you're viewing these photos, I am using a Pro Mist filter, so any sharpness you see is already being pulled back a bit before any post-processing.
I just love the crunching out here. Hello. It's nice to see you there. One of these could support me hanging upside down.
Don't try anything stupid until I'm recording it.
Yeah, no. I have to make sure it won't be up,
It'd just be funny, like I start off with
Oh my god. Like, don't do this at home, you guys.
What's up, everyone, in this video?
In this video, my model falls because she's just trying to be wild.
I'm just letting you do whatever and just get it.
Hey! I'm a lady. Alright, so... Which way? Wait, how did I do that? Like...
So you just had that and you put, yeah.
That way, or which way should I go? This way?
So either way, I'm just gonna actually set it over to high speed so I can get that six shot.
Alright, ready?
Ready, and go.
Oh my god! We're both like, hold on, did you hear that?
Something's going on out there. What it is, we do not know.
Oh shit, hey.
It's a dog.
Not happy.
So apologies for the lack in footage, but the GoPro died at this point and I left my spare batteries in the car. But for anyone wondering, that dog appeared to be okay other than being scared for whatever reason. And while Christina and I appeared to be getting into the groove of the shoot, we still needed to make it back to the car before nightfall. So we're almost wrapping up the shoot. How you feeling so far?
Pretty good. Just did a bunch of jumps. You know, chilling. A little sweaty.
Yeah. It's too bad we didn't get it on this guy because the battery died. But don't worry, we'll be getting you in a bit.
We got our snacks.
Yeah.
We eat those on the way out.
Shit, that's right.
I totally forgot about them.
Are they in the car?
No, we have them right here.
Oh, shit.
Banana chips. We have the granola bars. I have it all.
Nice.
Got it all.
Sick.
I'm just hungry. Tired. Had a lot of fun. 10 out of 10.
What's your Instagram handle?
Elevated Dreamer.
Right
Follow
here,
me.
somewhere. Got most of the video done. The GoPro battery ran out, so there's a little break in footage there. I am now wearing Christina's jacket because the mosquitoes were giving me Zika virus.
No, we're afraid we're gonna die out here.
Yeah. We were gonna change up the looks, but that jacket's actually pretty cool, so
It is.
fuck it. Taking a little quick break. I did bring my strobe with me, so I'm probably gonna take a few more shots right here with blue light. Or blue hour? Yeah, that's what it's called. English, I'm speaking it. I just got food in my mouth.
We're inhaling food.
So, pretty good. As I forgot to mention this, my strobe setup comprised of a Godox AD200 and a super cheap diffuser and stand. Why would I spend the money on a strobe and flash then cheap out on the stand and diffuser? Because unless you're already a pro, some high-priced brand name diffuser isn't gonna make up for any lack of experience, especially in the beginning. And while we're on the subject of me being a cheap bastard, I am also using Wasabi batteries on my Sony camera, and it still hasn't exploded. Why am I mentioning that? Because I am tired of the scaremongering involved with third-party photo gear. If this stuff was crap, there would be complaints from users, not some childish company warnings. Just some tips for anyone wanting to save money who owns a A7 III. Back to the shoot, you can see at this point I gave up on trying to balance the ambient and artificial light and instead embracing the darkness, forcing me to focus entirely on posing Christina instead of dividing my attention between her and the background. It felt awesome, FYI, and I do recommend picking up a strobe even if you are a natural light shooter. You might awaken something in yourself, kind of like this did for me. And now for us, the film community. First, thank you for sticking around through this digital photography propaganda. I promise I haven't sold my soul and that this actually isn't all that sudden. I know some of you caught a quick mention of this in my last video, but in case you skipped my channel update video, I, for the most part, think I suck as a photographer. That isn't me fishing for compliments, it's just something I want you to accept before I get into explaining my thought process. I turned to film thinking it'd save me from editing digital files, not for some pompous reason like being honest with my photos or because I felt like life felt more real captured on celluloid. It was actually because I really suck at post-processing. My edits are minimal, if only color correction, which is why film was perfect for me. But even with that in mind, sometimes my digital photos just had more heart to them, despite my shit edits. I owe that entirely to the fact that it is so much easier to experiment on a photo shoot when I'm shooting digital, which I can't deny anymore, not if I want to keep growing. It's not that I'm planning to abandon film and start hyping up the latest camera gear and lenses, but I do want to stop ignoring how beneficial it is to my growth as a photographer, because there's just no argument. Digital is always going to be cheaper than film, regardless of that initial cost people keep talking about. So you can fuck off with that. Oh, you need to buy a computer and have a photo editing app and constantly buy new cameras. Shut the fuck up, dude. You have to buy those things anyways if you edit your scans, and especially if you're watching this video. And don't get me started on all the gas when it comes to us always pursuing new film cameras to add to our collection. Even that lesson of film slowing you down is kind of half true and not always a good thing. I could get into this in depth, but while film teaches you to get shots right the first time, digital lets you take more risks and possibly open your eyes to some variation of, the photo that you weren't thinking about initially. Yeah, you can end up with 1,000 shots of the same, composition, same photo essentially, but that's on you, not the medium. Personally, while I still struggle with things like color editing and lighting in digital, sometimes it's a better choice, especially when I don't always know what to expect on a shoot. And considering I love to play with high and low angles as someone who is 5'7", it is amazing to shoot with a flip out screen. Not that that's always going to stop me from climbing shit, but anyways, I obviously have a lot of things to say on this issue, and I don't want to make this video trashy in film because I love the medium to death. But after seeing my recent shoots uploaded, it's hard not to feel like I've plateaued at a very low skill level, and I need digital to let me practice without breaking the bank. And that's pretty much it. So yeah, sorry for this left turn in the video for anyone watching for the digital portion, but I owe anyone watching for the film photos an explanation. What better way than to actually show what a shoot looks like on film versus digital, especially since I've already shot here before. So thank you to all who stuck around, and a big hug to everyone who isn't pulling out the pitchforks. Photography is photography after all, and while I think it's easy to shit on the quote-unquote casual shooters, I think it's important to remember how hated 35mm was in the beginning, especially when it opened up the medium to the public and took it out of the studios. There definitely is an issue with the bar of being a photographer being so low these days, but unless you're some jerk off selling yourself as some pro while taking skeezy photos of college freshmen, I don't think it's such a bad thing. Not in the very least when we get to see so many of these beginners turn into these amazing photographers. So yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Keep chasing that light.